Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a decent day. I'm going to tell you right now, Barberville, where we are currently located, looks a lot better than the rest of Central Florida right now. Good morning to you guys. I'm currently in the, where am I at? Where me at? You like this proper English? So let's get this out here. My current personality situation, my emotions are rather elevated, and we're going to do our best to have a productive, fun, interactive stream out here without me getting too wound up this morning. There's a lot of things going on in the world, whether it's public, whether it's just work-related, personal, and I am trying to come at you guys this morning as your favorite traffic safety expert, Trooper Steve. And that's what we're going to do this morning. It's February 4th. It is 10:03 in the morning, and I am in the pioneer town of Barberville here in Volusia County. And I want to read a little bit first about Barberville, because in all transparency, this place is far, and I've been kind of prolonging coming out here. But anytime I come to a town like this, I realize that although I might be Puerto Rican, I might be Italian, I am a Floridian at heart. And when I come to these type of pioneer towns, I wish I lived in one of these towns. Why do I say that? The people in these type of towns are so polite, they're kind, they say good morning, they hold the door for you. No matter where you're from, what you're doing, when you're in a town like this, the vibe is rather homely. And so I am glad I am here in Barberville. Barberville was once a pioneer settlement and has retained much of the rural charm through undeveloped sections of land and massive oaks and distinctly Floridian country setting. For centuries, people for cooler climate and border southern states such as Georgia have come to Florida in search for this area. I'm reading this information off of Volusia.com, Explore a City of Barberville, and they have some really cool stuff on this. Barberville was established in 1882 by James D. Barber, who hoped to capitalize on the fact that the area was proposed route of the Jacksonville-Tampa-Key West Railroad. Now, today, I just heard a train track come by just a moment ago, and where'd I go? Where'd I just fall off at? For the railroad, today it lies at the crossroads of busy Highway 1792 and State Road 40, which connects the sea to Florida's interior, the Ocala National Forest, and the city of Ocala itself. Okay, so just by that alone, that description, you know already we are in a rural portion of Central Florida, Volusia County being part of our Central Florida area. And yeah, I received an email, and I don't know what my computer is doing. I feel like some kind of AI thing is happening. I'm looking and it's moving. I look up and it moves up. I don't know if I'm just tripping out, but that's kind of cool. So let me read the email I got from Glenn S. I don't want to give a full name. Glenn S. Request for a visit or observation. Obviously, they've been watching Trooper Steve on patrol a few times. They know I like to come observe, talk some smack, and then we move on. But the intersection of State Road 40 and 1792, does it need for a turn arrow for turning to go south? So what we're going to do is kind of inspect this area. I'm going to pull up the map here so I have an idea. And what my goal is to drive around this area a little bit. We'll go east and westbound on 40. We'll go north and southbound on 1792. Obviously, it's going to take a few U-turns, and we're going to check it out. But I am so glad we're here, because look at the weather here. If you guys have been watching anything this morning, we were under extreme dense fog across Central Florida. And to the point, guys, I'm telling you, even 10 minutes ago, just south of here, we were in almost whiteout conditions. But here, the sun is shining. It is beautiful. The truck is reading. Results 1 is reading 69 degrees this morning. And, you know, I think I talk better with a better cadence when I'm really ticked off or frustrated about something. So maybe I just need to be in a bad mood all the time, right? so that we can communicate together. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit the road here. I'm going to shut these lights off because I don't want to get in trouble for them. And we're going to take a nice little drive and check this out. So currently I am on 1792. We are facing northbound in the Circle K parking lot. And we're going to kind of travel a little bit and talk about things. First, we're going to talk about what we see. Then the second time we do it, we're going to address Glenn's concerns whether or not there should be a left turn arrow. This is rural roadways, so they are single laned. So let's go check it out. As we're cruising out here, obviously this Circle K is nice, guys. Most Circle K's not the nicest gas stations, but this is, seems like it's designed for industrial, not industrial, commercial. So there's a lot of semis coming through here. There's a diesel one in the background, and just as I'm talking, here comes this big truck right here with some cattle in it, cruising on by. Let's see, is there cattle in that? Oh, there's cattle in that. Oh, my heart. But meanwhile, I say that, and beef's what's for dinner, guys. All right, so we are going to head north here on 1792. If I was to make a right here, it would take me east on 40 all the way out to the coast. If I was to make a left here, it would take me all the way out to Ocala National Forest. So first and foremost, what is our observation here? Single lane, northbound, 1792. Signs on the roadway, no parking. They have that probably for the semi trucks that are out here. But there is a designated left turn lane. Basic, looking at the traffic signal here, we do have traffic signals for northbound 1792 to make a left. So that is good. What does that tell me? That probably tells me 1792 is a little busier than State Road 40. But we're going to look at it and just see how the traffic picks up here. When I first left the station this morning, looking at the map, this area was jam-packed busy. So if you're traveling northbound on 1792, you do have a dedicated left turn arrow, and that is visible right there. So that does allow that left turn with a right-of-way so that there's no problems. Let's make a right here on Broad so we don't have to go too far up, and then we'll get turned around and then head back the other direction. All right, let's do that. So this morning, while I turn around, we'll talk for a second. This morning, if you have not tuned in, we did Ask Trooper Steve talking about license covers. So you want to head over to clickorlando.com, watch that. I did a little web copy explaining that, listen, at the end of the day, the visibility of that tag is your responsibility, and you got to do it all the time. So, all right, so let's head back out to 1792. And we'll head south on 1792 from Broad, just north of SR State Road 40 here. A lot of industrial vehicles coming through here. You got to be real careful. I really appreciate when the trucks have their flags and flashing lights. You're good to go. All right, what's the difference here? Southbound 1792 does not have a dedicated left turn arrow, but we do have a dedicated left turn lane. All right, our light currently red. We're going to just see how the traffic pattern happens here. Oh my gosh, these trucks get so close to this truck. Ooh, it got hot. Oh, I got the seat warmer on. What am I doing? So we're facing southbound on 1792 at State Road 40 now. We're looking at the traffic light. Let's see what it does here in just a moment. I predict that the other traffic's going to get the right of way that's opposing us. But when we came through, we had a dedicated left turn arrow. Southbound right now, we have two solid red lights, and I do not think one of these are going to show a left turn. So let's just see what happens this morning. If you're joining us this morning, we're in the pioneer town of Barberville in Volusia County, checking out State Road 40 and 1792. So all right, that northbound traffic got the green, so they're going to get ready to start rolling. They are rolling. That left turn has the right of way, and we're going to just see what happens. What I predict is going to happen, we're going to get a solid green, and we're going to have to make the left whenever it is clear. Obviously, look at that. Clear as day right now with no traffic coming at us. So boom, we do not have a dedicated left turn arrow, but you can only make the left when it is clear to do so. So that is something to keep in mind when you're out here. But that is also one of the concerns for drivers. So what we're going to do, make another U-turn, head on out, see what's going on, and head the other way. Knuckle Sandwich. It says great food, 11 a.m. I love places like this because it's local. It is locally owned and operated, probably a nice little staple of the area. Man, if I was out here till 11, I'd probably grab some food for sure. So, all right, now we're on State Road 40, and we're going to head west out here on State Road 40. So now we're headed westbound 40, approaching 1792. Look at that. You have a dedicated left turn lane, but no dedicated left turn arrow. So we're going to go through the intersection. Remember the first read I told you about? It's train tracks. Over train tracks here. Oh, it's one of those cool yard places, guys. Look at that. Oh, horrible camera shot. But all those like crazy ornaments people put in their yards and stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, all right, let's get turned back around. I think their town motto is discover yesterday today. Absolutely, absolutely love that. I love history no matter what it is. I'm obsessed with the town of Eatonville as well. Just because of the historic nature of Eatonville and what it brings to the local community, always pretty amazing. I just got a weird text here. All right, cool. So let's head. Let's get out. Let's get turned around here. If you're joining us this morning, it's beautiful outside here in Barberville, Volusia County. We're investigating the intersection of State Road 40 and 1792. Glenn asked me, hey, Steve, do you think there needs to be a left turn arrow out there? And I don't have a complete opinion on that just yet, but we are definitely going to look at it a little bit more in depth. So back out here, I don't know who owns this house over here, but this looks like a dream home. It's quaint. It's just country vibing. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, see, we got a flashing stop sign. Obviously, someone's messed up out here before, so they've done that. But stunning, 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 stunning. I love that. That's a great safety enhancement. We look both ways before crossing, and let's head back out. So now we are east on 40, approaching the railroad crossing at 1792. There's that store, that yard I was talking about. I love that. That is so cool. So as we're crossing here, you can see there is a turn lane. Let's do the turn. But there's no dedicated left turn arrow. So cars have to cross over each other just like that. Remember yesterday with the diverging diamond, how we were talking about it pushes traffic to the left side of the roadway? That's that we do the opposite here. We do the normal. Here, that dangerous portion of crossing over traffic does exist. And it could be a little nerve-wracking. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's find a good little spot where we can pull off and just have a chat about this intersection, maybe post up over there and talk. But Barberville, very rural community area. It is not a city. It is now it is a settlement or a community area, but it is in unincorporated portions of Volusia County this morning. And we're just driving around, enjoying the view out here, investigating, observing the intersection of 1792 and State Road 40. With the size of that Circle K, I can imagine just how many vehicles come through this area on a daily basis. So we're going to stop at the stop sign here. We're going to scoot up just a little bit, and then we'll make our right. So coming back out this way, what I want to do, I want to try to find a spot where we can observe this a little bit from a distance maybe and just see how this goes. Something to keep in mind, there's a lot of construction out here at the corner, the northeast corner of this area. So please, please, please take it nice and easy. See here, construction, a vehicle just stopped in the middle of the road, hazards on, so we're going to carefully go around it because it seems, yep, there's not even a driver in the seat. Green light. Look at the traffic that's backed up to head east. So this area is pretty busy, guys. I like this. We're going to pull off right here and observe, because this circle, this gas station is no more. And we're going to observe the intersection for a little bit while I talk to you guys and give you my opinion on what we think should be happening out here. So let's back up. So what you're looking at is a live feed of the intersection of State Road 40 and 1792. I love the fact that we have the capability to do this. We're about 23 miles west of Ormond Beach, and very far away from the Ocala National Forest. And you can see the amount of large vehicles that are coming through here. What do I mean by that? Semi-trucks, agriculture, commercial, things like that. So you see how that semi is making the left in front of the southbound traffic? It can do that safely because it has a dedicated left turn arrow, left turn traffic signal. But what did we observe while we were out here? Only 1792 has that. So if you're traveling north and southbound on 1792, that's the only ones who have that. If you're east and westbound on State Road 40, then you're limited to only a solid traffic signal, which means you are the one required to wait and yield to make the left. So here's my opinion. Based off of looking at traffic at this hour and as busy as it is, even with, because look, you got to also remember there's a railroad track right here I could throw a rock to. Having that extra lane, having that extra traffic signal for the left turn, especially if you're headed in the eastbound direction towards the coast, would probably benefit dramatically because it would prevent drivers from building up by the railroad tracks, and it would grant them an automatic right-of-way. I hope that's making a little bit of sense. So if we were traveling and traffic was so busy coming the opposite way, with the current situation of what it is right now, there's opportunity for problems, because there's a chance, if traffic is busy, that you won't have the opportunity to make a left turn. So, Glenn S., viewer who emailed me, I appreciate you beyond words, because this is the stuff I love. I love the interviews, but when we get to do a stream to where the viewer truly has a concern and we get to look at it a little bit, this is what it's about. Local news, doing local things, and this is what matters, being able to stream like this. This is, we've been doing the future for a long time here, whether people want to acknowledge that or not. So, to Glenn, I am going to do you a solid. I'm going to email Volusia, and then I'm going to CC you. And I just have questions. I don't think they did anything wrong out here, but it does have the opportunity simply to replace the traffic signal and add that system, add that weight, so that you do have a guaranteed right-of-way. Having a guaranteed right-of-way helps out so much. It prevents crashes, it prevents road rage, and most definitely it would keep people off the railroad tracks back there. Because, are my cameras defogged yet? They are not. There is a semi-truck that is choosing currently not, you know what? I'm going to show it to you. There's a semi-truck who's choosing not to cross the lanes because they know that they are going to impede at some point. So you see how this car here has to cross? That's the same thing that 40's got to do, guys. And that's not safe. So here we go. We're going to watch. They have the green now. Watch them. That's what you're watching is east and westbound 40 traffic. But the amount of trucks out here are massive. Long bed vehicles. I've seen double semi-trailers. I've seen We saw some agricultural stuff with the cows. A lot of SUVs. Now, I haven't seen anyone drive like a clown, which is really, really good. But I definitely think that this area could benefit, especially during those morning hours out here, from a dedicated left turn arrow. So I appreciate Glenn. I'm going to reach out to you, boss, and talk to you and see what we can do. I'm also going to reach out to Volusia just with questions. They're not doing anything wrong. I think we can just enhance this just a little bit, having that extra arrow out here for when traffic's really crazy. AM, early AM, late PM hours. So guys, I appreciate Barberville welcoming me out here. I always say I live in a lot of these towns that I visit because I really would. If News 6 just wasn't so far in the depths of the city of Orlando, then it'd be okay. But this would be like an hour and a half drive to work every day. And whether I got the truck or not the funnest thing. So guys, take it easy. Have an amazing day. Watch out for the fog tomorrow morning. Choose kindness, because I am not choosing that much kindness today. Yeah, let's get through the rest of the week. Tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss it. I'm with Decision Tactical over in Sanford. Going to show you everything that they do. And yeah, we'll go from there. So you guys have a blessed day. Drive safely. Barberville, thank you for welcoming me out here. And be careful when you're making those lefts in front of approaching traffic. Talk to you guys later.